black and yellow buoy down there. See that there on the rock wall? There's where everyone goes and gets a photo. Have you guys been down there for a picture yet?
Taking the runway now on departure.
No?
Land runway 9, I'll go 44.
Well, that's the southernmost point that everyone can get to, but this is physically the southernmost.
You should be able to see the Embraer. I'm not sure if you said you had them in sight.
AFIRM 4 Charlie Fox, I've got all 3 pieces of traffic and passing behind the Embraer.
4 Charlie Foxtrot, pass behind the Embraer, use caution for wave turbulence. North on the west shore is approved.
Pass behind the Embraer, northbound on the west shore, 4 Charlie Fox, thanks.
Coast Guard 6590, follow the Robinson helicopter a mile north of you at 400 feet, cross the center in line.
Alright, so as we start the right turn here, if you look across there, you can see the Civil War era fort there. That's the Fort Zachary Taylor. That never saw any action there, but it was actually a fort for the north, all the way down on the southern tip of Florida here.
Ready for departure. What's the call sign of the aircraft holding short? Cirrus 272 Charlie.
Now, as we head out into the backcountry in front of us, take in all the different colours in the water here.
Cirrus 272
really
Charlie,
nice.
Roger,
We're then going to come back along the waterfront there. But just down here, this here is Sunset Key that you might have heard of. This here is some of the most expensive vacation rental land in America. One night down here goes for anywhere up to $20,000. Crazy expensive.
November 555 Whiskey Fox.
Oprah hired the whole island for her 40th birthday. So you're going to be like Oprah rich to stay there pretty much. That's not me. Well, not yet anyway. I'm working on it. I don't think it's going to happen in my life though. Down here you can see this green and yellow in the water there. That's an obstacle course, a water obstacle course. People love to come out and play on that for a few hours. You can see how shallow the water is through here.
Proceed without delay. I got traffic on a 6 mile.
Beautiful colours all through here. There's another obstacle course. See that in the water there that's just sticking above? That's a wreck there.
Continue.
There's lots of wrecks all through here. And then just down here to the left,
wanting to get out before your arrival.
You can see these 2 cabins down here in the water. These here on Airbnb, you can rent those.
And ramp control is 130.87.
But as we cruise on out through here, have a look at the colours in the water here and look how shallow it is. The water here is only about 1 to 2 feet deep in front of us.
Delta traffic is 865 northbound just ahead of you, 300 feet.
Walk out here, 1 to 2.
Yeah, you can walk all through here.
Traffic on a 4 mile final is a citation. Turn left heading 360. Clear.
These channels here are the only way that the boats can get out into the deeper water here. The really cool contrast though between the rock and the seagrass that we're flying over. Look at the water there.
Runway 9 and the Cirrus is taking the runway now.
Clear to land runway now.
What's that, sorry?
It's clear as day.
Oh, it's beautiful, isn't it? Now, as we do cruise through here, keep your eyes down in the water for some sharks and some stingrays. They like to hang out in these shallows here, but it is really shallow, so
Just call and give me your call sign.
I haven't seen too many today, but we'll keep an eye out for them. These colours are just fantastic, though.
Because of the weather, they're not really out?
Yeah, because it's a little bit rough and it's so shallow, they get bumped around in the water just like we do.
869 Bravo Charlie.
If it's deeper, then it's not a big deal for them. But because it's so shallow, they'll scrape themselves on the bottom there and they'll like rip up their bellies and things like that.
What's your intention?
Full stop. 869 Bravo Charlie.
Now, as we cruise out here, you can see these waves breaking just in front of us here, where the watercolour changes there. But there is a shelf on the Gulf of Mexico. Beyond that, the water drops off quite considerably, down a few hundred feet, pretty much instantly.
Charlie Delta, your squawk.
But all through here, really shallow.
565, sorry about that.
Yeah, you got the kite surfers out and about. They come out here because it's such nice, consistent wind and it's so shallow. They love nice flat water. For us though, we're going to head on up here to the right a little bit where you see these little islands, and we're going to follow a couple of these around. This here is all part of what's called the White Heron Refuge Area. The white heron is a bird that's native to southern Florida, and you'll probably see it perched up on some of these little mangroves here, along with some pelicans and some egrets too.
My Foxtrot Whiskey, I'm going to be working the edge of your airspace to the west. I'll be coming in and out, so I'll be monitoring.
How's everyone doing? Good?
Going great.
Beautiful. Really shallow. Got some fishermen down there.
It's 5 Foxtrot Whiskey. I'll be just outside your airspace to the west. I'll be monitoring because I'll...
Yeah, that's the shelf on the Gulf of Mexico there. Yep.
From west.
Whereabouts? What was that, Sam? You're
Right.
just bring it a little bit closer. It's just cutting out.
You could from Key West.
No, well, you can, just not from this height because we're so low. I'll show you when we turn back around where Cuba is, and I'll point out where Mexico is as well. But as we cruise on up in this direction, if we were to keep going this way, we'd completely miss mainland America. Mainland America is actually about 45 degrees out to the left, and Texas 90 degrees out to the left.
Clear for takeoff, runway 9er.
Runway heading.
Lovely colours all through here. It's so shallow. This whole area, you could walk around here if you wanted to.
November 869, Bravo Charlie Tower. You able to increase speed at all?
You look over to the right there, you can see all the islands of the Keys and see how flat they are.
If it's safe, you can increase
Lovely
speed.
shimmer on the water there.
030 at 13, gusting
Beautiful.
17. I got a regional jet. They're setting up behind you.
And Bravo Charlie, say again.
I said if you are able safely to increase speed, do so. There's just a regional jet being set up behind you that I'm not talking to yet.
Now, very shortly we're going to start a left turn and we're going to head out to that shelf on the Gulf of Mexico. Because that's often where we see the turtles and the dolphins, as well as there's some really cool colours around there as well.
2 Charlie Delta, if you're still
We're
up
going to
with
start
me,
a left
contact
turn
approach on
here.
124.02.
And switch to 2 Charlie Delta. I'm good.
All of this area is completely uninhabited and hardly any people come out here as well. That's one of the reasons why it's so nice out here. The only thing that you ever find out here is a couple of sunken boats and a few channel markers.
Lakefront 79, Tower, Roger, hold short.
This here is that shelf there, and you can see the colour change in the water there. Out here in the deeper water is where all the commercial fishermen are, along with some people that come out to do like charter fishing, people that want to catch like a marlin or a wahoo, something big like that. If you look down at some of the waves there, they don't even look like they're moving because the wind is blowing one direction and the current is going the other way.
2 Juliet Sierra, contact departure.
But as you look back across at all the keys there, you can see those lovely colours down there.
Turn right heading 180.
Really nice, like a postcard.
Runway 9er. Got light civil traffic on the 4-mile final.
Okay, right turn to 180 for Lakefront 79. Better go runway 9.
QS Tower, helicopter 344 Charlie Foxtrot, 5 miles around the VOR southbound.
4 Charlie Foxtrot Tower, south on the west shore is approved. Be looking for that Cessna 182 in that area.
South on the west shore approved, 4 Charlie Fox looking.
9 Bravo Charlie, runway 9er, wind 010 at 11, gusting 17, clear to land.
As we start to work our way back in towards Key West here, if you look down in front of us, you can see all those little islands there. If we were to head down there about 45 minutes, we would end up over at the Dry Tortugas and Fort Jefferson. I'm not sure if you guys have been down there, but if you do get the chance, definitely worth it.
Visual runway 9.
The Dry Tortugas is a big turtle breeding ground, so that's why all throughout this region,
there
are lots of turtles.
2-mile final. Report 4 miles for runway 9er.
Roger, report 4 miles, runway 9.
9 Bravo Charlie, what was your type?
Cessna 172.
Copy, thank you.
Beautiful colours here. You can see those channels coming through with that contrast. Now, as we get a little bit closer there, I'm going to point out a few more things. But if you guys just want to sit back and enjoy these beautiful colours for a little bit, before we have to head back to some reality.
Contact departure.
No departure, great day, Lakefront 79.
Really shallow through here. Amazing how shallow it is. You don't realise it when you're on the island. You think it's going to be much deeper.
I was hoping to see a dolphin or a shark or something.
Yeah, I was too, but we just haven't seen anything at the moment. It's just because yesterday was really so windy and there's still a little bit of wind hanging around. I think that's the reason why. And with it being so shallow right at the moment.